So welcome back everyone, and now I'm going to explain something also about the programming, which is called the math operations. Everybody knows the math operations like plus, minus, division, multi, and power, etc. So how do we use these operations inside the programming? This is what we're going to learn now. So double click on the form and just choose an empty form and double click on it, and we are going to insert here the first thing, which is going to be plus. So first of all, we're gonna create two variables, okay, and those two variables we're gonna give them identification. So in this case, how do we identify a variable? We go dim, and we are going to name our plus. Should I? Yeah, let's keep it plus. Okay, so dim plus as integer, for example, and yeah, let's do that, and dim minus as integer also. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to that's going to be a little bit complicated here, so let's name it A and B. It's going to be way easier for you to understand. So we have these two variables, A and B. So the first one, A equals 0, okay? So when the application is going to load, A is going to be 0, and B also is going to be 0. So in order, and then we are going to write our program here, but in order to make the programming page look more efficient for you, you can just do that directly here. Like you want A to equal 0 and you want B to equal 0, okay? And that's it. You don't have to write it down. So this is just a shortcut. I mean, you can do it both, but this way is way easier for you to understand. So now we are going to create a new variable, and we call it C, or let's call it answer as integer also, and it's equal 0, or let's say it doesn't equal anything. So now we are going to work on the answer. So the answer is going to be A plus B and A minus B, A multiple B, A division B, A power B, etc. So we have these options over here. So the first one would be plus, and this is how it's going to be in programming, and the minus also is going to be like that. The power is going to be a star, and the division is going to be this one. This one. So, and we have the power, which is going to be this one, like 2 power 2, so you can use this one. And at the end we have mod, this one, or this one. So the mod here means when you divide two numbers, okay, when you divide two numbers, mod is going to return the remainders of the division only. So basically, if you divide 6 on 3, so the answer is going to be 2, and there's no remainders. But if you divide 6, let's say 6 division 4, so it's going to be answer plus remainders. So basically, people who works on math, they do know what I'm talking about. And instead of writing and calculating the mode on paper, you can just simply find the mode using this rule over here. So now we're gonna go and give example about each one of these. So let's say here I'm gonna add a text box. There you go. Here. Okay, it doesn't matter where is it. It's just a text box where I want my answer. So my answer is going to be here in that text box. So we make sure that the design name is text box 1. So I'm going to write here text box 1 dot text, means that the text is going to be inside that text box is going to be A plus B. Okay? Or I can use the answer over here So I can do that. Answer equal A plus B. And I can show in my text box answer. So both are working. You either go textbox.text equal and then the operation, or you make the operation previously and then you put it here. Both are gonna work. Both are working the same. Okay? So let's just make it not too much complicated for you. I'm just gonna delete this and we just continue with the operations. So the text box equal A plus B. Okay? So since A is 0 and B plus 0 and B also is 0, that means A plus B is going to be 0. So I'm going to see here, if I run my program, the number is going to be 0. If I said that dim A as a 5 and B as a 3, okay? So the answer is going to be 8. Let's run the program, and there you go, the answer is 8. Okay? So what I'm telling the program is that inside the text box, which is this one, put A plus B, put 5 plus 3. So it's the same when I do minus, it's the same when I do multiple or division, okay? Or also I can do power B. A power B, that's mean 5 power 3, okay? So it's going to give us the answer